clips.
And remember, citizens, always subscribe. Hit the notification bell as well. And $19.95 plus shipping and handling will keep you out of hell. Well, righty, boob tubes. Righty, Gordon. There we go, mate. We're in the room, live and unplugged. Skype details are below if anybody wants to join on the Skype. Hit us up. Preferably message me on the Skypes and then I can add you to the call. Rather than phoning, then I'll need to hang up on you and add you, if you get me. So preferably if anybody does want to join. Other than that, it's just going to be two cunts talking shite for a bit. But anyway, mate, have you seen what happened over in Slovakia?
No.
Have you not been paying attention to the news cycle, buddy? Listen to this one, mate. Right, so you'll be aware of the Franz Ferdinand ship getting assassinated over in Austria, or the Austrian dude in Austria-Hungary, starting World War One.
Well, that wasn't yesterday. That was a while ago, was it?
Oh, no. But do you know what happened earlier today? The Slovakian PM, mate, get two to the head.
What you mean? He's dug up the body to do a post-mortem?
No. Today, the Slovakian Prime Minister got an assassination attempt against him.
No fucking way.
Mate, and this guy is anti-immigration, anti-EU. The Western press is brand him with pro-Russia.
Listen, do you know what through my head? And this is fucking funny. Do you know what through my head? See the amount of fuckers in the past 5 years that's committed suicide by shooting herself in the back of the head twice.
That sounds reasonable.
See the amount of cunts that's managed to bank punters for about a year there 4 years ago. For about a year, or especially a year, about 4 years ago. They were all throwing themselves through plate glass windows 64 stories up.
But Gordon, do you see the kind of weird analogy that I'm drawing? Like, you know how like the official start of World War One.
Listen, it's like absolutely no shame in these hits, and they're not trying to hide them. And do you know what? It doesn't matter what people say online. I remember right back to the guy called Michael Hastings with Alex Jones.
Mate, I'm going to fucking bring you back fucking closer to home, and it's the fucking ice cream wars on a bigger global scale. These fucking cunts taking cunts out left, right and centre.
But that's funny, because I was part of that.
No, that's why I'm taking it closer to home. This is just in a global scale, in the sense
I was like him out the Matrix, man. I was like bending and fucking Jesus fuck. Fucking moving, defying physics.
But mate, it's mental in it, man. So Russian President Putin's arriving in China. That's the BBC breaking news. He's getting a big cavalcade. The Slovakian cunt, who's pro-Russia, well, that's what the Western press is saying, because he isn't all in on the EU and anti-Ukraine and all that. And he's just get shot up. Do you know who the guy that shot him up, mate? He's an online blogger and poet.
Yeah. Aren't they always? It's like the two guys that done the fucking shit at Glasgow Airport. One was going to be a fucking dentist, and the other one was going to be a doctor. Aye, right.
Mate, I don't know if it's straight up mind control or just absolutely bribery.
Listen. They brainwash these guys. They brainwash them. They get dragged. It's like that Jason Bourne thing. They get dragged into a room, deprived of sleep, just absolutely tortured, deprived of sleep, and then they just roll on, and their wee brain just acquiesces. Hold
on, Gordon. What's easier to do here, mate? Right? Think of this, right? Like, and put your knowledge in if you want. What's easier to do, right?
Give them £1 million or brainwash them.
No, well, that's what I'm saying, right? What's easier to do? Put a gun to some cunt's head with a picture of their veins and their family in front of them and going, do what I'm telling you, or they're getting it. Or brainwashing them like fucking MK Ultra shit, which might go tits up, you know? I would subscribe to the fact that like spying on some cunt, getting their dick pics or something that they don't want out. Pedos are a good one to fucking bribe and corrupt, didn't they? Man, you could get them to kill some cunt quite easy. Like, you go and kill this cunt, or I'm sticking you into the fucking authorities, let you rot in jail and get your dick chewed off.
Is that every MP that's ever existed you're talking about? Aye.
Boom. In the room. Mate, we just witnessed it. With that shit that came out of Westminster with them coming out with their dick pics and all that. They've all been on Tinder getting fucking... They're worried about it as fucking foreign spies when it's just some like fucking wee 14-year-old in a fucking
No, the
closet.
fact that they've no get dicks. What a mushroom sitting on top of a fucking bird's nest.
That's my point. That's a good point. See if you were swinging like a fucking horse, you'd be like that. And what? Fucking release my dick, fucking pick you fan and let the world know what I'm claiming. You know what I mean? You wouldn't have been, don't show anybody my mushroom. Oh. You're right, mate, eh? Good point. MPs are all gimps and small penis cunts. And can get bribed with Tinder. Apparently. Have you been quiet there, or are you thinking, Gordon?
No, I'm being quiet because I'm going, right, okay, wait a minute. And I'm going, really, how long has that been going on? Because I can go way back to stuff that I knew about in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s. You know what I mean? Total control.
Gordon, I would
No,
go back to
the one that always made me laugh. No, that I didn't know. No, that we didn't know. No, that everybody didn't know. See, when the SNP got that thing and they went down to Westminster, right? When they got their devolution, they done their shit, whatever it was, and they were all on to, right. And the party whip said, "Sit down, shut up, and toe the party line." All right. Sit down in Westminster, shut up, and toe the party line. Nannies have got an opinion. The Führer will tell you all what's happening. No? I mean, it's like that thing now. See. We all know that, right? So Cameron done what he done and got away with it. So Bojo done what he done and got away with it. So they all do what they do and they get away with it. Now, the whole thing with Alex Salmond, right? So it was supposed to be sexual allegations, right? But where did he go? He went down to London and he was the Queen's Privy Councillor. Now, he's got all these sexual allegations against him, but he goes down to Westminster and he's the Queen's Privy Councillor, right? I went, right, this is just the wee game getting played out here, right? So then, years later, he gets cleared and he comes back up here and he starts his own party, right? This is a whole thing that SNP, the disgrace, let's bring down the SNP, the disgrace, there's the reason to bring them down. So we got rid of the SNP and people say, right, let's bring in a breath of fresh air. And all of a sudden, Alex Salmond comes back with his new party. And it's what we get is people forget that a revolution is coming back to where you started from.
A good analogy, man.
Coming back. No. It's no 180 degrees, it's 360 degrees of revolution. So you're back to where you started from, right? So Salmon's coming back. And the SNP and everybody that done everything gets to slither away into the background. And everybody forgets and they bring up new subjects because people are so fucking easy. People forget very fucking easy.
Very quickly, right. Mate, very quickly, man. People forget all sorts of shit very quickly, man.
People, it's not that they forgive, they forget. What do we blame for that? Porn and Netflix.
What the fuck, man? That's my fucking staple diet, you cunt, man.
Porn and Netflix. I know, but you keep a catalogue of what you were doing yesterday. That's the only reason you remember where your finger was on a pulse somewhere. It's only because you catalogue it. You go, oh, where was I yesterday? Right, and that sea of wanking. Where was I? All right, okay, let's look back. Oh, that's right. That's what I was fucking doing. Okay.
Keep a wank diary, man. It's always
I'll get back to Blue Cantrell tomorrow night.
But mate, like what's happening in Scotland, the Slovakian dude getting hot, right? I think that's going to have ripples in Europe, man. I mean, you can't go another day. Do you know what it's done? It's took Gaza off the headlines.
But that's what they do, innit? And then people forget again.
Mate, it's like stock
in the Ukraine, you don't hear about the Ukraine anymore. Why? Because there's nobody left to fight. They're all dead.
They're scooping spazies now up off the street, mate.
No. Do you know they're putting fucking uniforms on pregnant women?
I've not seen that, but I could believe it.
No, they are. Listen, I know a big Polish guy, and he's ex-Polish Special Services, right? He's a man and a half, right? He's ex-Polish Special Services, and he's got a British passport, and he'll no go back to Poland to visit his parents because he knows he'll get nabbed right away. He knows he'll get nabbed and subscripted right away. He's no stupid. No. And he's seen the bullshit way back. And do you know what? I'll tell you, he knows the script so well. It was the first night of the lockdown when Trump was on the telly saying we need to fight the invisible enemy. And I met the big guy at the Clackmannan Bridge. It's a big long bridge, right? And he said I went to his gym and he wasn't there. And he says, I'll meet you at the other. I says, what's happening? Because they said lockdown, and I was the only one that was out there driving about. Right? I was the only one that was out there driving about. And I phoned him and I went, look, where are you? And he went, I'm heading home. He says, I shut the gym. He says, nobody's in the gym. He says, everybody's just freaked. Right? Now, there's coppers in the gym. Everybody just freaked. And I went, where's all your hardcore, man? He went, no, everybody's bottle crashed tonight, man. Lockdown. They're all away, they're all panicking, they're all fucking for different reasons, they're all scurrying away. And I went, right, okay. And this is a boxing gym that would have been on to 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. Everybody's doing their own thing, right? And this was about 8 o'clock at night. And I met him at the other side of the Kincardine Bridge, the Clackmannan Bridge. And we had this conversation. And I went, you see this the bullshit that it is? There was nothing that was up for question. So this big guy's not up for question. And he went at me. He says, I need to get home and see my parents. I went, I can't. You know what I mean?
End up fucking getting scooped up and put in the front line.
Right, because he's in his early 40s. And he's a big fit fucker. No, he's straight in there.
Well, he's got experience, hasn't he? So I think, what is it that happens over here?
I says to him one time, how many people have you killed? Because he used to kill people for a living, right? I said to him, how many people you killed? He went, oh, no, I didn't do that. He went, I worked in administration, I ordered the toilet rolls. I was like, aye, so you did, you big bastard.
Well, maybe it's the same as it happens over here. You know, once in the forces, even if you retire at the time of war, you're kind of obliged or like legally binding. Actually, you have to go back in. You can get.
I will more so in an ex-Eastern Bloc country.
Well, that's what I was saying. I dare say there's some mechanisms to be able to like recall what would you call it? Expats, ex-servicemen, I suppose you would say over here. So, and they're I actually think they are muting it over here, mate. They're talking about subscription and fucking national service and all sorts of shit.
Listen. My generation were a wee bit hardcore. Your dad's generation, my generation before that, they were serious hardcore. Your generation, you've got a bit softer.
Right, pussies, mate.
But see all the 18-year-olds now, I don't give a fuck what size they are. I don't give a fuck what size their boots are. I don't give a fuck how hairy they are. They're no men.
They're what, mate?
They're no men.
Oh, right. Aye, I know what you mean. Well, here, hold on. I'm going to disagree with you in a certain extent, right? I do know what you're talking about, right? There's a lot of fucking, what you would call back in the day, fairies, right, out there, which, like, are meant to be men. But on the other hand, the cunts that have still got a set of bollocks and want to swing their dick are extreme, if you get me.
No, that's only because they all want to be gangsters.
No, but mate, what I'm talking about is like, mate, I'll give you a good example. I spotted two young boys, right? I would call them young boys. They must have been anywhere between, 18 to 22, 23 or something. And they're in the gym, mate, and they're about 3 times the size of me, right? But fucking the most shy, retiring fucking characters you would have. You know, that doesn't relate to me. You know, some cunt that looks like that, being a big pussy. It's it's weird it doesn't meet in my head. Like a big meathead going like walking around going,
they were sensitive souls, that's
young
what you mean.
boys, man. Young boys like that, pure jacked as fuck. Fucking like fucking eating all the right things, obviously, man, like pure, and then like, oh, afternoon tea. I'm like, what the fuck is this, man? It's just the new world, man. It's the new world. And then
That's funny you should say that. A pal of mine said that to me about Sweden 30 years ago. He says, you go all there, Gordon. He went, the smallest one's like 6'2". He went, they're all jacked and ripped with muscle. He went, but they're just
pussies.
They haven't got any aggression. No, he went, you tell them something, he says, and they don't come back and square up to you. You know?
Mate,
and I was like, I don't know what that is, but I've done a bit. Like, I know Norway, Sweden, well, Netherlands, Lapland, when I was young, and they were.
Are you taking the piss saying Lapland, man? Are you fucking saying you're a fucking elf or something?
Nah, you never been to the Ice Palace?
No, haven't they, mate? No, haven't they, man? I know it exists, and it's definitely on the bucket list.
What do you think? Lapland's something for fucking Hollywood?
Mate, what the fuck have you done? Have you put on a pink filter? Have you got a TV or a light on or something?
Oh, it's the fucking LEDs. It's the fucking
hey. I mean, that's why I took my glasses off. I was like, what the fuck?
It's anyway, to keep me mellow.
No, I get it.
It's to keep me mellow.
It looks cool. I just fucking was like, is that changing or am I getting more drunk?
I'm trying to keep my teeth blunt.
But have you been to Lapland, man? So you've been to the Ice Palace?
Okay.
Fucking. Is it worth it? Is it worth a go, mate? Is it worth it? Oh, mate, I would love that.
Anything beyond the Arctic Circle is worth seeing. The people, the woman. Fuck's sake! I sounded like a fucking pirate there. Here, mate, did you catch any of the Northern Lights? You're a wee bit more northern than me. So I did actually. I caught it on the Friday. I'll tell you exactly where I was. I was in Livingston, and I was quite high up. Livingston's quite high up, right? And listen. I'm a bit. I'll look up at the clear sky quite a lot, right? And I looked up and I went, what in the name of fuck? But I didn't get it like the colours like that. What I seen was, it was like
a haze.
It was like CGI, right? It was like a big clear black circle, right? A clear black circle, and then just different kind of white hues coming off it, white and purpley hues coming off it, and I went, oh fuck, that's the fucking Northern Lights. But I didn't see it the way you see all these photographs.
It's different on cameras. That's like, I heard the podcast talking about it, and they're like, our whole world is fucking fake. For the Snapchat pictures to your dick pics, and even knew the Northern Lights, because we're looking at all these pictures and it's showing you all those spectrums.
Well,
That's through
you
a
know what's
lens.
funny about that? A wee female friend of mine's lives in Balmore, which is near Torrance, Kirky, right? And she sent me the next night pictures that were jaw-dropping, right? So I phoned her and I went, "Did you get this for the back garden?" She went, "No, their pictures I got off the internet." I went, "For fuck's sake, you fraud bastard." I says, "You got them off the internet." I went, "They're all photoshopped." No, I says, "What are you doing sending me shit like that? Are you with me?"
Because it looked fake as fuck. And that isn't what you see with the
See
eye.
that slushy? It looks as if it'd be better with vodka in it, pal.
Oh, mate, it will be later on. Maybe not tonight, but someday soon.
You're a bit of a jakey. Why don't you put turps in it?
I've ran out, mate. Finished them. Finished them at 10 o'clock. Finished them at 1 minute to 10 this morning. But
listen,
no, man, the Northern Lights. The Northern Lights is
the
different.
Slovakian president getting popped, right? That was like a time. Remember the Polish president? The aeroplane went down about 6 years ago.
Oh
and
man, something's flooding back.
The whole cabinet was on it, right? But a guy made a comment to me and he went, "That's that Siemens operating system again." I went, "What's that?" And he went, "Well, Siemens," he went, "the CIA owns Siemens operating systems for jets." Right? He went, "So the CIA can turn it off at any time."
Well, it's like the black boxes they've got in cars, man. Oh, every aeroplane's got the black boxes.
No, it's not a black box. A black box is to show what happened after the fact, right? I'm talking about the actual flight system, the actual systems, the operating systems, the ECUs, the ICUs that run the thing.
See what I see as part of the bigger picture, mate, right? Just with everything that's going on, right? So you had what happened in Syria, that was the West versus Russia. Now you've got Ukraine, that's the West versus Russia. Now you've got what's happening in Georgia. And so, long story short, what I'm saying is you see a lot of these like ex-Soviet Union states in this flux, in this tug of war. Because this is just a stab in the dark. The Ruskies
are calling see if you use the term ex-Eastern Bloc countries, you definitely know what you're talking about.
Well, it's just because like that's where Russia still has a lot of influence in those motherfuckers. That's why you seen China going to Serbia like that. Hey, look at where NATO bombed our embassy. Woohoo! You know. And then, oh man, it's mental the tug of war that's going on just now, mate. And like they dump, it's outstanding how much they can dumb down this shit to your average Joe. But you know, kudos to them, because see if you're a military standpoint, you need to keep your population keeping the wheels of commerce fucking crunching, otherwise your war machine's just going to grind to a halt. So you need to try and keep confidence up as much as possible, which entails lying through your teeth to them about what's really going on. So it's Machiavellian as fuck.
No, it kills me. See, for all the information that's out there for people are still really dumb as fuck.
Yeah. We're the pinnacle, mate. We're at the pinnacle.
Really. I mean, see, at the moment, for all the information that's out there, it should be at least 30-40% of society really got everything under the microscope. But when I first started talking to you, 10 years ago, right? 10 years or something, then I've known you, something like that, right?
Yeah.
So, way back then, it was only like 3, 4, 5% of people that kind of was going, "Look, come on to fuck here, you know, is anybody paying attention to this shit, right?" And at the moment, it's the same. Nothing's changed, Craig. Nothing's changed. I mean, they're a funny one recently, right? Was everybody for years went chemtrails Mars, chemtrails Mars, chemtrails Mars, chemtrails Mars, chemtrails Mars. Right? I know you did, and I wasn't saying you.
No, it's alright, mate. I'm just saying it's all good.
I know you, and everybody that knows I know you knew I meant you. But
That's all good, man.
But what happened in Dubai 4 or 5 weeks ago put an end to that overnight.
Oh, did they have floods? Is that what it was? Didn't they had floods?
Because they were seeding the clouds. Right? Now, I've got a cracker. It's a piece of film, piece of footage. I wish I was like on a computer and I could use it and fucking give you this stuff, right? But it was brilliant. It was for Woodstock in the 60s, right? Now, you know most of them at Woodstock, they weren't all bums, right? They weren't all hippie bums, right? A lot of them were in serious education, right? You know, your average American was very well educated.
Middle class junkies, mate.
Right. No middle class junkies, middle class acid freaks. Right? Middle class mushroom, mescaline, fucking, right. So
Joe Rogan fucking people back in the day.
No, he was late on the boat. He's late to the party. Know what I mean? Joe Rogan's like your mental mate, the straight guy that turned up to the party late and somebody persuaded him to take a drop of acid. Know what I mean? And after being straight his whole life, he's went, oh, what have I been missing?
But Joe Rogan had Alex Jones smoking weed. He's the god.
Hey, Joe Rogan's got every cunt fucking smoking weed.
Mate,
know who it is? What's his wee mate's name? See the wee fat fucking kind of Mexican Cuban cunt. What's his name?
The guy that sits behind the computer.
No, he's producer. He gets him on now and again. What's his name?
God, I'll be honest, I watch little to no Joe Rogan. I can't stand him, man, for whatever reason.
The wee fat guy. What's his name? But one of his wee mates, man, he's a pure stoner. I can't mind the wee guy's name. He's a pure stoner. And it was him that got Joe Rogan fucking getting stoned. You know what I mean? But everybody's got a mate like that that's really late to the party. I mean, I was really late to the party with Eckies. Right? When I finally discovered Dave Brown snowballs, man.
Brown snowballs. Are you talking about the ones that were speckled?
Yes.
Oh man, mate, that's like fucking way back in the day. That's way back in the day, by the way, man. That was like, that was around the same time as Doves.
They were fantastic, man. They were just fantastic, man. Oh.
Right, you had a good time in Eckie, man, was this in the 80s? No, in fact, this was in the 80s.
Brown snowballs, man. Here, my thing was to take one about fucking 8 o'clock, and then maybe about 10:30, take 2, and then about 12:30, 1 o'clock, take 3. That was a 9-80 deal, man. That was a net. Fasten your seatbelt, man.
Gordon, it was. See when you had pills to pop. It's kind of scary the amount you could take. I even hate to say it because people think you're just making it up to act hard, and you're like, no, the amount of pills you could do in one night is like fucking outrageous, man. And if you could OD on that shit,
well, that's funny you should say that because a pal of mine's used to take a half of one. See the guy that persuaded me to take one night. And I must have been about 32, 33 at the time, right? It was about 30 years ago, right? And the guy persuaded me to take one. He took a half of one. And then an hour and a half later, I seen him taking the other half. And I was like, right, so he's had one, right? He says, I split them up so I don't puke. And I went, right. So I've no chewed, and he went, here, take one. So I just chewed the thing up and gubbed it, right?
But you chewed it in your gut, man.
Aye, I just chewed it up and washed it down with whiskey, right? So
there's a Scotsman and a half for you, man. Aye. Fucking give me that icky.
An hour later,
whiskey.
But an hour later, I'm getting a very, very mild purple haze.
Mate,
I'm getting the feeling that I might want to cuddle someday, right?
Right,
I can
Gordon.
Feel right, so I'm feeling a cuddle.
Your camera's turning purple right now, mate. That is fucking synchronicity, man. I'm telling you, man.
Well, there you go. There's a synchronicity.
Mate,
so I'm getting a very slight purple haze, right? And then I'm getting a feeling that I was feeling a wee bit kind of. I was wanting to give somebody a cuddle, right? So I grew up with this guy. So he's already started dancing. I'm putting music on, and he's dancing, right? And I'm like, well, I'm not cuddling this fucker, right? So I went, fuck it. I wasn't getting what he was getting, because he was dancing. He was just walking about. He just in the living room dancing, right? And I'm going, right, I'm not getting this. So I goes into the wee fucking baggie, and gets another one. Choose that. 2 hours later, okay, things are starting to happen. But an hour later than that, starts coming up. So I'm a good 3 hours into it, and I'm going, right, okay. But he's doing that to me. So you've had 2. But I do have a bit of well, I've got a serious resistance to alcohol.
What do you mean resistance? I've seen you boozing all the time.
I know, but the amount of drink I do.
No, I know what you mean.
Right, okay.
I know what you mean.
Right,
I know what you mean, but
I'll prove my fucking point. Right,
no, I get you, man. I understand what
there's
you
a
mean.
beer.
What you mean
there's
is the tolerance.
No,
what you mean is you've got tolerance.
No, let me prove my point, you specky prick. Right, there's a rum and coke. Right, okay. Now that's me just trying to get a fucking hit. You know what I'm talking about, fucker.
I know this is what I'm saying. You say that you've
come out with me.
No,
I was buying fucking doubles for all yous, and I had to give yous money, put yous in fucking taxis. Shut your fucking mouth. And I walked away and went away and get chicken pakora.
But you said you had resistance to alcohol. I'm saying you've got a tolerance to alcohol. That's what you mean. A resistance suggests that you're like, no, don't give me that.
No, my body just resists it. My body just does. I'm no playing. And I go, oh, come on, fuck, he's a buzz. But anyway, that's what I think that's what I was kind of like with the sweeties. Because I was kind of like that with acid when I was young. I'd take an acid and my pals would be fucking away to fucking Spain with a teapot. And I'd be like, I'm missing something here. So I'd take another one, or another one, and try and get the buzz they were on. It's fucking weird how you can have tolerances.
Tolerance, man, to shit, aye.
Tolerance. Having a tolerance to shit is expensive, you realise that, aye?
Here, what night's it? Is it some sort of New Year or something? I was here. Aye, definitely fireworks. I don't think it's an AK. That's fireworks. There's fireworks going off somewhere.
That'll be that fucking. What is it? A Boeing fucking plant that's all for you. What is it that's all the road for you?
British Aerospace is down the road there, and
it's Lockheed Martin that's all there.
Lockheed Martin is British Aerospace. No, they're
aye,
the same.
That's them all they're testing the pulse engines.
Oh mate, that is one of the craziest things I've ever heard, and I just wish. Well, in fact, no mic or anything could ever do it justice, because you're just recording a sound and nobody gets the hold on, there's something weird going on.
Aye, it shatters through your bones and you can feel it. You're not hearing it, you feel it.
It's no gunshots. I've heard fucking gunshots, man, and it isn't gunshots. Like gunshots, like kind of clink out, like cracks. This was like, anyway. But
how the fuck do you know what a gunshot is, you specky fuck?
I've heard. Well, the gunshots.
Explain yourself.
I've heard shotguns going off numerous times, man.
All right, okay.
hunting for rabbits.
Aye, Cumbernauld was a bit like that with pheasants and fucking grouse and rabbits and shit, wasn't it?
Oh man, aye man, and remember man, I was alive before fucking guns were fucking illegal in this country. So all the creepy fucking survivalists all had guns and shit, man. There was this one boy up in the Cumbernauld, right, man. I swear to God, man, he was like, mate, right. He obviously had a penchant for the boys, right? I used to do the cream service, right? This is how. But you used to go in, right? And you used to steal all his shit. It was kind of a trade-off, man. So you'd steal his car keys and take his motor. My mate's brother and his pals fucking took his car keys, took his motor, went out a good bit of riding and shit, then parked it up at Tooney and left it there, and then and made the old boy gaslighted the old cunt, made him think he fucking forgot about it. And then he used to like cream service, right? It's a bit like a milk boy, but you would be fucking selling yogurts, cheese, bacon, all that kind of shit. So you'd be doing the fucking rounds in the morning, and then you'd be going to get your money, you know, a paper boy or a milkman and all that shit. And then this old dude, man, like we used to date fucking in teams. Especially with him, because it was a bit and he used to invite you in, and he was just like mega creepy as motherfucker. But no, the weird thing is, right, the Queen Street Station, you know, the wee station, see, there's dows right across one of the entrances to Queen Street. The entrance that's kind of just off Duke Street. The entrance that's just off of Duke Street. There's a wee boozer
Duke
dows.
Street? Do you mean George Street?
Is it George Street up there, up towards the church? But there's dows right across the road for the entrance, and there's that wee set of stairs. This guy,
Aye.
in fact, he's dead, man. He's well dead. He used to be Mr. Mayor, right? And he used to
Is
have
that the one where we all had a drink that night?
Aye, dows, that crazy ass old man's pub, man, aye. Right up the stairs on your right hand side, we used to be this old survivalist shop. It was called Mayor's Survivalist Shop, right? And it used to be, that's who it used to be. So we used to be in the Scouts and the BB, no, the Scouts, we don't have the Scouts, but the BB, Survivalist and all that. And this was a mate. See, hindsight, as a young boy, you don't realise what's going on. It was only when you look back, you're like, he was an old creepy pervert. Knew he'd done nothing. The worst thing I ever seen him do was pat my mate Kev's arse as he left the house. On you go, boys! After giving his money with hundreds of tips and all that. patting my mate Kev on the arse. But we never went round there alone, and we always went round. We always left with our pockets full, man. Little scumbags, man, but what are you going to do, old fucking creep cunt? And my mate's fucking big brother and all he has, like, he was fucking renowned for it. Every cunt knew what he was all about. So you went in there deliberately to kind of rob him, do you know what I mean? Not rob him, but you steal all his shit.
Do you think the young team now are wise to guys like that?
Fuck no, but they're probably like, oh fuck knows, mate. I'd like to think so. Man. I mean, one of the first things you get, I don't know about you, mate, but one of the first things that get drilled into me as a boy, man, is just like, it was very simple. It's very simple logic and language. Like, they're your privates. Don't let any cunt fucking touch them. And it was literally like that. Do you know what I mean? It was left at that, and you were, and you
See,
knew.
I knew a guy like that when I was young, and he had an ice cream van, and I'd have been about 13 or 14. I'd have been about 13 or 14. Oh, let me talk, you prick.
No, I'm just laughing.
I would have been about 13 or 14, right? But I always ran about with guys older than me. Guys the same age as me were just no use for making money. They weren't mature. They just weren't anything, right? So I trended to older boys that were involved in stuff, right? And they were all kind of pally with this guy. I don't want to say his name. They were all kind of pally with this guy and in and about the ice cream van. And then one of them would drive the ice cream van and they'd got a shot of his new motor on the way back. But I just, as a young boy, I was like, nah. And they go, Gordon, nah. And then about fucking 8 or 9 years later, it turned out he'd been fucking with them all. And
With
then
an
there
ice
was that,
cream van.
and then there was that fucker Cadbury. See one of the Cadburys, right? And I had a bit of dealings with him, and I dealt with him. Cadbury never got away with anything with me, right? And there was just always something about Cadbury, and he was married. I had about 5 or 6 weddings, right? But I was just always a bit fucking. I was like, I don't like this cunt. And all the dangerous boys, right, are going, no, you can make money off him, and I was like, nah, I don't like him. And then fucking years later, the front page of the News of the World, fucking I don't want to say his first name.
I don't, man.
Cadbury fucking been raping wee boys for 20 years, and I went, told yous. I told yous. I told yous.
Gordon, by the way, like you hit on a good point there in the sense, like, see the spidey sense that kids have about wrongings, oldings that should be listened to more often. I'll give you an example what you're talking about.
People never listen to Wayne's about anything.
Oh, mate.
People never listen to Wayne's about anything.
Well, like, you know the neighbourhood I grew up in, right? So there was the Proddy in the Catholic school. I hung about when I was younger with a good few of the stinkers, the Catholics, who my best mates were for the Catholic school. And as long story short, growing up, they always went, Mr. In fact, I can't say his name because he's been prosecuted and all that. Mr. Toner, or Ladies' High School, Cumbernauld. Mr. Toner. And, like, do you know how sometimes kids talk shite, right? But there's always, like, a echo of truth in it. So this Mr. Toner was always known as a creep. And my pals used to tell me, he keeps boys after, like, see if you get an injury, he's always first over rubbing your leg and all that. And I thought it was just like young boys shooting the shit. Came out in the wash, maybe like 5 years after we left school.
What do you mean? You hurt your ankle and he was rubbing your upper thigh?
No, well, exactly, but this is me getting it second hand off of my pals that went to the school. I wasn't in the same school as them. Thank fuck, man, there wasn't that. In fact, there hasn't been a confirmed pedo for my school that I know about, but the Catholic school, there was a few. Mr. Toner being one of them. But everybody knew he was a fucking sleazepot, man.
What, Catholic school? Surprise, surprise.
Well, I know, I'm just saying it out of my own bitterness, but but it is true. And Mr. Toner fucking Our Lady's High, and it did come out in the wash. The kids got a bad feeling for him, and the feeling was fucking right. Exactly what you're saying there, bud. You pick up on these things easy peasy, I reckon. Kids have a spidey sense of, like, whether an adult is like a kind of,
you know
like,
what it is?
Pervert
know what it is?
over you or some shit.
As a young person, you don't know, but you know.
No, you don't know it's sexual.
No, you don't know the exact to it because you're young and naive and innocent.
You know there's something wrong. You know there's something wrong.
You don't know, but you know.
You can recognise there's something not making sense to you, and because you're young and dumb and not full of cum, you can't compute it yet. And it's only in later years you're like, hold on, these old bastards were actually fucking leeching over them, me, so on and so forth. And the spidey sense of children should be given more kudos. In fact, see, back in the day, man, you would have get fucking hot with a belt and that was it. You know what I mean? Like, so maybe we've went too far the other way. Some people would say that, but I would rather be one too far that way than than letting a few pedos fall under the radar.
We're not just talking about pedos here, right? But see, on a slightly the same but a different note, see, when I was young, the 60s, see if you made an accusation that an adult had been unfair, you get your fucking head kicked in. For even accusing an adult of being unfair. But that was back in the days when I'd go into the house and I'd say, Mr. Collins kicked me up my arse. My dad would go, how did you do?
Aye.
And I'd go, oh, well, I did do shit, aye. I was up to shit and he come down and slapped a few cunts and I was fucking last, so he kicked me up the arse.
Well, I think it's fair to say you're a wee bit older in the tooth than me, mate. During my school career, what I noticed was, in hindsight, a few of the teachers, the old school ones, having to deal with not being able to batter fuck out the kids. Right? So you're getting all these mouthy ass kids, me being definitely one of them, and back in the day, maybe like 5-10 years beforehand, they would have been able to get the belt out, the ruler, etc., etc.
Me?
Well, you would have got it, mate. I'm pretty sure you would have got corporal punishment.
Oh, and I did get
it. Here, mate, this is the R-rated. Oh no, I can, mate. Oh, so what was it? Was it the belt or the cane or what? The
belt across the horn. Usually with me, it was 3 in each horn. The maximum you could get was the maximum.
Back of the horn.
No, you can't hit You can't hit any cunt in the back of your horn with a leather belt.
So
it was a leather. Do you know anything about this?
Well, I never got the belt in school, man. Only after my fucking.
Right, it was a thick leather belt, and it either had 2 tongues on the end or it had 3. Right, and it would have been about 1/4 of an inch thick, maybe about 3.5-4 mil thick. Right. And it was fucking solid. It wasn't like the belt you put round your waist. These things were rigid like a fucking stick. Right? And you get 3 in each horn. But you got it for no doing your homework. You got it for being late. You got it for talking in class. You understand? You got it for being... You got it for being smart as fuck with your mouth.
I need to just step in there, mate, with a comment for the comment section, obviously, right? Roberto's wrote one that's up there with the one that got onto BBC Radio when they said Jimmy Savile wasn't all bad. He once fixed it for me to milk a cow blindfolded, right? Now... Mate, that's a real life fucking thing that get through the filters and get broadcast on BBC Radio. But Roberto's wrote one. My fencing teacher turned out to be a nonce. It was a sword fight too far.
Listen, there is something wrong with Roberto, right? There is something wrong with him, by the way. No, sometimes I look at his comments and I go, right, why does this cunt not go live himself, man? Because his head's full of shite, you know what I mean?
He used to go live all the time, man. Roberto, there's a Skype ping down below, mate, so if you've still got your Skype and you wanted to join, I think it's because he's morphed into the rhymes, mate. He's scared to speak when it doesn't rhyme. So he'll have to have like a pen and paper when he's live, like that. Right, shit, I need to rhyme. Hello, I'm here all the time.
So who's there apart from me and you?
What do you mean? Who's watching?
Aye.
Right. Oh, there's in the chat room, Noons Flower, Roberto, Goosh, Devon, and Alan was in earlier. I don't know if he's out doing his disco dancing and whatnot tonight. And let me look in the other thing, mate. Where am I looking at? And there's 8 watching in now. The maximum there was...
What the fuck are they watching this for? They got nothing better to do with their time.
Seems like it. So there was 12 people watching at maximum. 41 people have tuned in. All in all, 10 likes, and there's 9-10 watching now. Because it fluctuates, mate. You just need to keep them entertained. It's like a TikTok video. You just need to constantly sing and dance and go...
You know what I say? You know what I say? You know what I say? See if they're watching, they're not entertained. Fuck them.
Well, that's the way it rocks, mate. That's the way it rolls. But, mate, everybody's in the crack cocaine of social media nowadays, man. I need to, when I get sucked in, I need to stop myself from getting away. Otherwise, I'm crying about fucking rich people giving away pittances to poor people and making me cry. Fucking hell, man. I'm wetting my diaper over here. Diaper! I put a fucking bullet in my brain,
that's
man.
People. That's these people that like today private kind of charity work in public.
It's virtue signalling to the nth degree. And then, but you can't fucking, it's got your heartstrings, and you're kind of saying, I can't disagree with it because I want to see that homeless cunt get fucking his wee payoff. But so I'm actually conflicted with it. I'll be honest. I'm conflicted with myself. I've got two parts of my brain tearing apart that shit. I think, oh my god, this is just modern fucking clickbait virtue signalling shit. And the guy goes into, the people go into it with a cost benefit analysis. They wouldn't do it unless they knew they were making more than they were giving out. You know, this giving away a Ferrari, giving away this, giving away that. See, if it wasn't, if they weren't making more than they were giving away, they wouldn't do it. That's the crux in macro. Plus a big bit of jealousy as well. Big bit of jealousy, obviously.
See if you give an idiot a Ferrari, you might as well just give them a loaded gun.
Yeah, hold on, mate, we've done that. Remember that Carol cunt that won the lottery? The fucking Rangers, Ned? He turned his big fucking country master into destruction derby.
He survived that. He survived that.
Business.
Do you know how Maced at Subaru and Pretzes left the road? Do you know how they left the road? Because somebody gave their pal a shotty one. That's how most of them ended up dead as fuck. Because their buddy gave them a shotty.
You want to hear another interesting... This will make sense to you, but you probably not heard this before, but when you hear it, it will make sense. Right, I'm going to butcher it right, but you'll get the idea. It's either in Europe or the world. Per capita, the more sports cars in the world. It's not Monaco, it's not the City of London, it's Northern Ireland.
Aye, that's because they're all ringers.
Mate, no, it's because of all the paramilitary fucking gangsters out there, man. No, fucking what you do when you're a fucking gangster, man? Sports car.
You don't even know what you're talking about. They all go to Romania, get all their numbers changed, then get put back in a container.
Mate, and sent back to Ireland. Man, don't give it. This isn't Dragon's Den, mate. Don't give away your business model live on YouTube, man.
You say there you go making an accusation.
No, I'm saying in Northern Ireland there's a hit. In Northern Ireland,
that's a slanderous fucking melt against my character.
No, man, it's I'm saying Northern Ireland is dripping in sports cars.
Northern Ireland has always been like that.
It's because it's militarised and pure gangsterised and paramilitaries and...
Always been like that.
I love it, man. I respect it, mate.
90% of the vehicles in Ireland have been stolen from somewhere else.
I could believe that, aye.
Yes.
Northern Ireland, one would say, is the last bastion of some
See, when you see one of your buddies driving an Irish Reggie, you go, what the fuck are you doing? And they go, I know, I'm just driving it for a couple of weeks. The police know. You see an Irish Reggie on something, the police know right away. Right, it's a ringer. They could take it off them, but then they need to prove that it's a ringer. Now, if there's none of its original numbers on it anywhere, they can't prove it and then they need to give it back. So it's hardly worth the police's effort now to take a motor off you and try and find. Do you understand?
I get you, man.
It's just not worth their effort.
That makes sense, doesn't it? Kinda.
Because if it's done right, they're not finding it.
Very true, man. Very true, bud. Yeah.
No, it's true.
It's not even finding it, it's like proving it. Isn't it? It's like proving it. And then even if you do prove it, what's going to happen? Somebody's going to get fined. Exactly.
That's the other thing about that again. See if they prove that vehicle was stolen at one time, then they need to prove that you stole it.
Stole it, and you didn't buy it, not known.
No.
Man. That's here. That, do you know what that brings in, Gordon? That brings in the reason why we're more policed with fear than police. If you get me, it's more the
Aye,
projection.
self-policing.
Aye, it's more the
Self-policing.
it's more the what will happen to you, what could happen to you if this happens, and every cunt's arsehole collapses. It's only like real life knowledge that you're like, here, hold on a second. I can get away with a lot of shit here and no much is going to happen to me. And what is going to happen to me, I can deal with. Everyone else is just like, fuck. Sheep, I tells you. Sheep.
You know yourself, you know the system. Seahall in Berlin was full of first-time offenders. At least 90% of them were first-time offenders, right?
All
That's
domestic.
just to get them a wee smelly. Here's the system. Okay? It's like you could be up waiting to go up in front of the sheriff, right? Waiting to go up in front of the sheriff, right? So you're in the boxes with all the guys. What are you showing me here?
It's a wee seed.
All right. So you're waiting to go up in front of the... Why are you cracking a seed? Oh, right, you've not had a seed for a while. Is that what you mean?
No,
It's no sense of meal, yeah?
I just got a wee seed in my...
That's not... It can't be sense of meal, yeah, then?
A wee bit of bag seed, man.
Right. So you're waiting to go up in front of the sheriff. And everybody in their dugs in there waiting to go up in front of the sheriff, right? Now, see the guys that's really done shit? They're pacing it out because they know they're getting remanded and they're getting convicted, right? The guys that's done hardcore, man, they're getting remanded, they're getting convicted, right? Then you got all your middle of the road guys, right? They know they're getting bail, right? They know they're getting bail. But see your family man with 3 wains that's in for a reset, a petty reset of a stolen item. You just know he's getting fucking 6 months. Do you understand? And everybody's going, look, do yourself a favour, mate. Do you want to do the sentence in 6 months' time? Or do you want to just do the sentence now and get it on and done with? And they go, what are you talking about? Oh, you're fucked. You're fucked. You're getting a taste. You're getting a taste. I know, but I only bought a thing. No. You're getting a taste. And you were always right. Because if they went up in front of you, what happened to him? Oh, he's away. He took some good advice and just pleaded guilty, decided to get it on and done with. Right, okay.
Sensible man.
Aye, fucking Berlin for 2 weeks. Low Moss for 3.5 months. Right, that's you're out. But that's him putting his place.
Well,
that's him check. So that guy self-polices for the rest of his life after that. Because he can't afford for his wife to have him. So he self-polices after that. It's an exact science, by the way. It's an exact science how that works. Mate, he self-polices for the rest of his fucking life. See, guys that's got nothing to lose don't give a fuck. Guys get something to lose, they give a fuck. So you give them a 6 month sentence and they do 2.5 months there. He's no fucking up again, by the way.
Mate, well, I like. I know typically...
And that was back in the days when Berlin had slop out.
Oh, do you know what, man? My cousin get fucking all sorts of stupid dough for that. All sorts of stupid dough. I can't even remember. But I mean,
thousands of pounds. Gordon, you need to get a claim in for that. Gordon, you need to get a claim in for that. See that thing you done? You need to get a claim in for that. God, do you know what? I couldn't.
No, mate, the slop out thing was fucking blanket. Every cunt that fucking swiffled it. And I can't even remember how long my cousin was in for, man. It was weird. You know, I'd never spoke to my cousin so much. Ever. Since when he was snibbed. I'm not even joking. And then it was like fucking trying to speak to fucking Mickey Mouse. And no, Mickey, like in the sense that he was like fucking whispering and shit, man, and you had to like decipher his whispers. And then even when he came
Aye,
out, he's
because he learned to keep his voice down.
I mate, but even when he came out, right, he'd fucking fell into that pattern. And he'd be sitting in the middle of fucking Bayless and Main Street or something, man, and you'd be speaking to you.
I still
like,
in time.
You blacks talk, and you couldn't fucking hear him, man. Every cunt said the same. Every time he was on the phone, man, you couldn't hear him, man. It was like fucking. It wasn't even Chinese whispers, man. A Chinaman can shout fucking louder. But it was obviously a hangover for that shit, man.
I find that Chinese guys always shout.
Mate, aye. What is it with fucking cunts with speakerphone nowadays, man? I don't get it. That's my tits in. Fucking speakerphone in public places. You're like, fucking hell, your conversation's boring as fuck.
See when I was young. See when I was young, I used to go out with this wee fucking bird that came from Hong Kong, right? And she shouted all the time. She shouted everything. She just shouted. Everything was a shout. She just, for the first thing in the morning to last thing at night, all she done was fucking shout. Honestly, I couldn't take any more of it. I had to get her to fuck. This constant fucking shouting. But that's the way they communicate.
Well, and it's like it's the Indian shaking.
And she weighed about 7.5 stone. I don't know where this voice came from. It came from the soles of her fucking feet.
Oh well, man. But mate, fucking that's what that. Well, some people are like that, man. Fucking 100%.
A Chinese woman.
Well, I would argue African motherfuckers as well, man. On their mobile phones, that I need to shut this.
Some of them are like that. Remember that Dom Jolly with his big fucking phone?
Mate, that's exactly what. Oh, right here, it was a couple of months ago. I'm on this Flex bus. It's a new bus service between cities, right? Cheap as chips. Anyway, I'm on this bus service between cities, Aberdeen and Glasgow, right? So the bus is empty as a motherfucker. Everybody gets on, and I can't remember. It was either Aberdeen or the next stop, where all these students from abroad, it happened to be fucking African students, got on, right? Now, as I'm saying, the bus is empty, but the app tells you a fucking seat number. Right? So just as coincidence would have it, this cunt had a seat right behind me. Right? Rather than going, the bus is full. But anyway, a couple of his pals got on the bus, they were sitting down there. So through the whole journey, they were walking up and down, fucking shouting at the top of their lungs from one side to the other, man, playing music, playing videos and all sorts of shit, walking about.
Aye, acting like 10-year-olds.
Mate, I don't know. Just no. I don't know, man. I don't even know what it was. Acting like children on a bus. Aye, you're right. Acting like children on a bus, rather than right. You're on a bus. Sit down. Bit of decorum. Don't annoy other motherfuckers. You know what I mean? And then that thing, the bus was empty. But they sat behind me and decided to shout like motherfuckers. So I'm having my headphones on and I could still hear them like Dom Jolly. Oh my lord, man, I was fucking... And like, I'm heading home, so I'm like hungover after my tits. And knowing I fucking...
See, they're not all like that, because I deal with a big guy at the moment, and he's for... You know where they say the worst place in Africa is the rock corrupt Nigeria, right? Now, he's a big Nigerian guy, right? And he's the calmest, politest, thoughtful, very cautious, very intelligent, very calm. I've got another boy. I know how you get your Pakistan. See, what I've always said is, Pakistanis for Pollock Shields are racist, but Pakistanis for Pakistan aren't they racist? And this boy's for Pakistan, and he's more westernised than the Pakistanis for Pollock Shields. He's a handsome boy, very intelligent, very calm, very respectful, takes to mind everything you say. If he doesn't get something you've just told him, he'll say, "Could you run that by me again?" And I'll explain it again to him. Sometimes I can see in his eyes that he's no fully grasped what I've just told him. And I'll say, "You didn't get that, pal, really, did you?" And he'll go, "No." I'll run it by him again. He never makes mistakes, never needs to apologise. And see, when I make racist jokes to him, he laughs as hard as everybody else.
Mate, you're not meant to admit live that you do racist jokes. We're meant to like kind of make them, and I don't know. Like, I get what you're saying. The
person I'm making to them knows they're funny as fuck.
Mate, of course. You know what I mean? Like, of course, mate. And again, here's another racist joke. Brown people have sense of humour too.
Yes. Yes.
Mate, I'm sick and tired of tripping balls with all these idiots over race and all that. When like
this boy,
do not need a virtue signal
has more honour than most of the white boys I know. He has more honour and fucking straight up fucking. There's no lying in this boy.
Oh, mate! I've found that for people for that neck of the wood. Like I would say, like when I used to bring this up, she used to say I was calling her, what was it? Not ignorant, but innocent. It was like, no, she used to think I was saying she was naive and shit, right? And I'm like, you're no naive, you're just so innocent, because like, you know, like she would like. And it was one of her most beautiful characteristics. I loved it.
I get it. That's what I'm talking about.
She fucking just... She hadn't been warped like us, where you could get brought up with cunts screwing over. She hadn't get brought up with cunts screwing over cunts. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, if somebody says they're going to save you money, they're going to save you money. It doesn't mean they're making you bend over while they dip your back pocket. Do you know what I mean? And I really loved that, man. It was a breath of fresh air, and it was a beautiful balance.
But also, you had to look after her.
Oh, of course, man. And that's what I said. Beautiful balance, mate. Beautiful balance. She learnt a lot of shit from me, man. And
Here, wait a minute. Do you know? I'll tell you.
Yeah, hold on. Do you want me to tell you how it? No. What? 2 seconds.
Let me tell you
Let me tell
you this. Right. See the Pakistani boy I was talking about, right? He stayed in a Pakistani's house that rented him out the house in Pollock Shields, and he was telling me what the guy was doing to him. And know what he says to me? He went, "It's not white people that financially fleece me or abuse me." He went, "It's the Pakistani people that made it possible for me to come into this country." He went, "They charged me too much rent." He went, "They made it every time they got me a job, I had to give them 30% of my wages." And I went, yes. It's the old Pakistanis that's fleecing the ones that's coming in now to work. Not to go to the brew and sign on, to work. They're coming here to work.
Right, hold on, Gordon, you might know some inside baseball about this. You've made me think about something. I used to commonly think Chinky Bud was Chinky Bud, right? I always assigned it to the Chinese fucking underworld, which there's no doubt a lot of in Glasgow.
I kind of get what you're saying.
Right, but what I'm saying is it more Vietnamese motherfuckers?
Yes, they are.
Is it the Chinks?
No,
or is it a bit of both?
They're Vietnamese slaves.
Well, I know it was slaves that were doing it.
They're either a Vietnamese or they're Filipino.
I now understand why they did the...
Or they're Cambodian.
I'm now kind of understanding why they might not have cut me into pieces when I called it Chinky
But
Bud in front of them.
it's the triads. but it's the triads that bring them in.
Right. Well, mate, my understanding, right, it was like these fucking Chinamen looking motherfuckers in the room, fucking big bags of weed, right? And the script was they used to drop this weed off in weight, and it was in bags, very unpruned, and you could give them back a bag of trim and take that off your fucking bill. That's how these cunts operated. It was shite quality, right? But it was bulk at fucking booner prices, man. And
never mind the quality, feel the width.
Mate, exactly. Exactly, mate. It was. This is how these cunts operated, and I was in fucking.
Do you know that's an old Jewish tailor's one, aye? When they bought cheap material, never mind the quality.
Oh, right, the Jew tailors, aye, right, I get you, man.
Aye, it's no 4 feet wide, it's 8 feet wide. Never mind the quality, feel the width.
Well, mate, I just remember being in a couple situations with these dudes. No bad situations, just deals going on and shit. And fucking, it gets brought, and I'm like, well, that's the Chinky Bud. And nobody's flinching. Granted, a few of the henchmen couldn't speak a word of English, right, which makes sense. But, like, there was obviously one cunt that could speak English. It was doing the deal with the dude's flat I was in. And I was...
the governor of the flat.
No, they were on tour. The flat was it was, in fact, because they don't stay there. It was in Denniston, man. It was Denniston, fucking student fucking flats, land, and a bunch of boys from up north, man, came down and branched out. And I knew one of the dudes for working for him in the city centre, and then he introduced me, and I ended up working in fucking Denniston, and then he was just getting hunters. I was doing a lot of weed for the Chinkies, man. And it was Chinky Bud, it was shit quality. But man, let me think, this must have been a good, 10, 12, 30, in fact, 15, 18 years ago plus. So it was before the weed market was the way it is now.
That was about 18 years ago, to be honest.
With Chinky Bud?
Aye, that was about 18 years ago.
Here, are you allowed to say Japs eye and you're chinkied when you're stoned and call Bud Chinky Bud?
I don't know. I really don't care.
I don't want to live in a world you can't say Japs eye. That's one of the best fucking sayings when you were growing up.
Well, I'm no self-policing.
I'm just begging the question, man. I want to get the. I'm begging the question and people with a jobby stick. But like, what does the Chinky look like when he's chinkied?
No, it's actually getting me now. I keep seeing all this stuff about Nicola Sturgeon getting hauled back up again, right?
Oh, mate, they're going to jail and shit, man. They're getting...
Right. So, know what I'm starting to think? Is wee Jimmy Cranky actually going to jail here?
Mate, I think they are. Because I think it's the Rule Britannia kicking back. And they've caught
is wee Jimmy Cranky actually going to get caught in jail?
Our husband... mate,
he'll be happy. I believe he's as fucking pink as a fucking fairy. So he'll be quite happy getting in there. You know that was an arranged fucking betrothal, aye?
Right, hold on a sec, because I guarantee you might build on this. Where the fuck did I hear this? I can't remember whether I heard this for the steam room, where it was old cunts bumping their gums. I think it might have been Orwell somewhere on the TV. But I heard somebody refer... No! It was in the steamy, talking shit to old cunts in the steam room. And somebody said, oh aye, we were talking about SMP. And then he started talking about fucking wee Jimmy's fucking girlfriend. Right? And he's like, oh, that's her. And so I'm going to Google it at some point. So, like...
what do you mean, Jimmy's girlfriend?
Well, but as you're saying, man, she's all... I would argue she's blatantly obvious a fucking lesbian. Aye, Jimmy Cranky.
Right, okay. I'm not getting my own shite.
So, Somebody mentioned that, and they even mentioned that's where she stays and all of that. I can't even remember. So as you're saying, mate, the marriage was a sham for fucking political reasons, obviously. Do
you know why I knew it was a sham for a fact?
Because she looks like a fucking militant lesbian.
I know guys in the Scottish office. That as soon as it came about that they were keeping company, it was all very present and correct, fit for the use of, right? Like the army, right? And it was all very orchestrated, right? And they're like, something's happening here, Gordon. He's as bent as a dog's back leg. So
depends what breed.
No, I because of these guys, 30 years ago, I knew that she was a wee carpet muncher.
I knew by looking at her. Well, I know, but
30 years ago. And I know there's a lot of your fucking audience out there might go, 30 years ago, 30 fucking years ago, I've only been breathing air for fucking 20. 30 years ago, I was told on the best authority that she was a wee carpet muncher, and none of these guys had a reason to lie to me. None of them had a reason to lie to me. So I took her up for what it was, and then the minute I looked at her, and they were like, Gordon, she's a nasty, nasty, horrible, horrible little fuck.
No, hold on, I want to correct. She's no one of the good lesbians. It was too easy.
They went, she's a nasty. No, that's before the SNP were really, really had their fit in anywhere, right? And they were like, she's a nasty, horrible little bastard. And then one of them was an ex-Navy guy, right? Now I always found the Navy guys to be a wee bit better informed than Army guys. RAF guys were usually more informed than Army guys. Army guys really weren't that smart, right? And one of the Navy guys, I'm sure if you're fucking going to this live, one of the Navy guys.
Alright, man, be careful we are live, man. So, no names and all that. You're all good, mate. You're just talking about your mate Dangerous Dave.
Well, he told me about shit that he knew about the SNP, and he said, "What's your translation of national?" And I went, "What?" He went, "Nazi."
So he was calling them Nazis. Oh well, the British Army.
Do you know what the translation of?
Like the SNP,
do you know what the translation of Third Reich is? Homeland Security.
Well, the Third Reich was meant to be the third. Well, because they had the First Reich and the Second Reich, and then the Third Reich was meant to be for 1,000 years. That's the way Hitler put it. Man, that was his stick to galvanise Germany after World War One into.
People don't realise that he was the Queen's. Hitler was the Queen's father's friend. The old king fucking loved.
Royal family were all in on Hitler and shit,
fucking
man.
Loved them.
SNP loved them. SNP investigated the MI5 investigated SNP leader at the time for collaborating with the Nazis. And here's another one that I love to say. Right, this is how I love to fuck with cunts and heeds and the boozer. Right, number one, I done this the other week. I was in I think it's called the John Moore, right next to Central Station, man. A wee Witherspoons, grabbing a couple of pints before heading home. There was a couple that were from Coatbrig that came to the Big Smoke for a dirty weekend. Clearly out there going on gear, right? Having a great time. Beautiful fucking couple, right? So they've fucking seen me, they've seen me, right? Just fucking sit because it was like about 8:30, 9 o'clock on a Friday or Saturday night, and they've seen me, and because they're full of gear, they felt sorry for me and went and come and waved me over.
They adopted you.
Aye, they were like, "Oh, you alright?" and all that. It's like, aye. They're obviously like won fucking some good stuff. But a long and the short of it, right, Coat Bridge, right, fucking Fenian, fucking Central. So we started talking, and we're getting on like a house on fire. Okay, that's how I knew they were out for a dirty weekend and all that, and the old big smoke. And then they started talking about football, and then I started talking about my YouTube. They're like, oh, aye. And then they brought on my YouTube on the phone, mate. What a knicker dropper this is, man. It's the business. Aye, I look at my fucking views and all that shit, right? And then, next thing I'm telling them, right, and now we're talking about football, I know they're Celtic fans, right, and I bring the Mason thing up, aye, Mason's dirty bastards, not, and I'm like, do you know Jock Stein was a Mason? Mate, honestly, man, our fucking heats were fucking, and then I'm like, hold on.
Jock Stein had a big King Billy tattooed in his chest.
Did he? I didn't know that.
Aye.
I could believe
did you know?
It was for fucking God's own country.
Jock Stein had a big King Billy on his horse, 1690 tattooed on his chest.
I can believe that, man. We came from God's own country, man, down in Ayrshire. And I'm trying to think of the trio, man. There was like 3 of the biggest football fucking legends in the world. Jock Stein being one of the Liverpool guys whose names escapes me, and another dude. All came for this wee triangle, and they were all ex-miners. They came from the mining communities, because the mining communities, just the structure they had back in the day, just hot home, whatever these managers had in the way of managing men, the mining
so they
community.
were as hard as fuck with absolutely zero
hard and fair. You know, no cunt respects just a fucking nut bar, mate. You'll know this. Like, if you're just a nut bar, you're labelled a crazy horse, and you're just like putting the pen to get let loose. You know what I mean? You're not getting let into the inner circle if you're just a crazy horse. You'll get used for your crazy horsiness, but you won't be let into the inner circle. But like these cunts fucking self-evident, man. The ultimate success Jock Stein had with Celtic. That other dude with Liverpool, and somebody else who's escaped me, but if you do your research, you'll find it out in the football.
Wasn't it Mark Busby you're talking about, no?
I can't read it. It might be, mate. Might be. The name really escapes me right now.
Not a football guy, no.
No, it was in this wee sort of a like, triangle.
I think football is soap opera for men.
Aye, but mate, it's the Colosseum. Alex Jones was right. His blood is bred in circuses. But I hate the way Alex Jones turned me against football and fucking made me just want to watch fucking Infowars on a Saturday instead of getting down with my tribalism and appreciating
Is Alex
it.
Jones actually still gone?
I don't know, mate. I still see his face popping up in some TikToks every now and again and all that. But the guy brings my heart rate up. And I'm out, man. It really does. It brings my heart rate up.
Do you know what my first fucking red alert to Alex Jones was? He said before 9/11 that the Twin Towers would be crashed into by jets, and they were going to blame a guy called Osama bin Laden. No.
Are you shitting me? Are you sure you've not seen an edited thing?
No. If me and you had made a prediction like that, we'd have been in Guantanamo Bay before the sun rose. Okay? We'd have been in GCHQ in Cheltenham before the sun come up. Okay? To make a prediction like that. Okay? Now, the subsequent predictions that Jones made that came true, if anybody in the street had come on the air and made that prediction, and that prediction came to fruition, you would be lifted quicker.
There's
can make a troll disappear.
There's Noon's Flower in the chat saying I'm assuming it's he can remember him saying that. I swear to God, man. I never
Sorry,
clocked
who
it
said
at
in
the
the
time.
chat what? Who said in the chat what?
Noonsflower, he's talking about what you're saying. He's like, he did. Well, I'm presuming he's talking about what you're saying. He said he did. He predicted it. So he's talking about Alex Jones predicting 9/11.
Right. But
And
if
I'm
me
saying,
and you, if me or you or any other motherfucker had predicted that, we would have been gone like a puff of fucking smoke.
I'm going to write that down and try and fucking hear anybody that's got a clip of that shit, because I never clocked it at the time, and I've never heard it regurgitated, and I could imagine that there might be shit re-edited to make it look that way, because 9/11 was a long time ago, and it was at the genesis of all this ability to manipulate
How many
shit.
times have you tried to prove me wrong and then it turns out I was as right as fuck?
No, I'm not trying to prove you wrong, mate. I'm just saying I've never came across that and I want to check it out. Because that's fucking mega.
No, it surprised me.
You, mate.
The fact that it surprised me. Surprised me. The fact that it just went away.
Well, that's what's surprising me, man. Because I can't remember. So
just went away.
I'm going to try and dig it out, mate, and because that's fucking massive. Because do you know what?
Fuck's sake! I've got Greta Thunberg on a wee fucking interview saying that climate change is a lot of shit.
I've never. Don't send me the link to that.
Oh, I'm going to send you it. Don't you worry. Do you want me to send you it right fucking now?
Aye, do it, man. Send it on. I can play it. What I was going to say,
I'm
right?
not sure if I can after this.
The 9/11 thing, right?
Might lose you if, because this is a live thing, I'll probably lose you if I try to do it. But I will send you it and you can play with it tomorrow. How does that sound?
All good, man. All good. But 9/11, mate, Building 7, that's the thing for me, right? Now, I can get all this stuff getting played with the buildings coming down.
Aye, but all the records were in Building 7.
Just
all the stuff that went away, all the stuff that was supposed to be in Fort Knox, all the registration, all the gold, that all went away. Does nobody realise that all this is at the moment is a huge money laundering operation? This is them filtering out all the money they made and getting false receipts for the military-industrial complex. False receipts. This is all their money getting filtered out, and all their money's getting turned into gold, because all the gold's disappearing, and they're changing all their paper shite into hard metal. And I'm a fucking idiot.
I don't know what's Unicorn saying. Building 7 was retrofitted and also called the Catcher's Mitt.
Retrofitted. The Twin Towers were retrofitted 12 fucking years before it. Retrofitted. And it was about all these wee cunts that were supposed to be filmmakers. And all the security men were going, why are they drilling? Why are they drilling?
In 2024, if I take my tinfoil hat off, I can kind of not say this is what happened, but I can kind of understand the argument, because I'm coming from an uneducated place, about the steel bending because of the temperatures, not the steel melting but bending, and thus starting the cast graphic boom because of the design. Right, but no, let me finish. Gordon. Let me finish. But then when you get the shooter or the shot or the extra or Building 7, you're like, right, no. If he's just left it at those two things and the bending steel and the fucking pancake effect, right, because of the core, and all that kind of shit, right? I could kind of, me from an outside perspective, could kind of half swallow that. But then when we re-sprinkle a Building 7 afterwards, just going like that. And then when you find out what Building 7 was,
Right, here's the truth of this, right? Here's the truth of this. I'm a dyslexic, low IQ, shit-hot engineer. There's fuck all I can't fix, but I'm dyslexic. And my IQ test at primary school was probably very low, right? Now, at the time, I was working with a bunch of, I shit you not, PhDs, Sheldons. I was working with Sheldons, okay? I was working with Sheldons, okay? Now, it happened, and I said to them, but the integrity, no, this was days after it, I said to them, but the integrity of the building was 316 marine grade steel. I says, everything should have, the insides, the concrete could have crumbled. He says, but there's no way that steel can melt. And they went, oh aye, it's already been proved. And this was 3 days after it. They went, oh aye, it's already been proved, Gordon. The aviation fuel melted the steel. Now, I went quiet for a wee second, and the two of them stood and stared at me. And he went, you have a retort to that, Gordon? I went, yes. I says, my retort is, I'll go and get a 316 H-beam, and I'll put it out in that car park. And we'll go to Cumbernauld Airport. I says, I know two guys up there. I says, and we'll get aviation fuel. And we'll come back and we'll pour the aviation fuel on the H-beam. And we'll set fire to it. And we'll see how long it takes for the 316 grade steel to bend. And they looked at me and I went, it needs to be white fucking hot. It needs to be white hot. I went, there's rocket fucking fuel put on an H-beam. I says, you would need to add oxygen to get it to that fucking temperature. Oxygen blasting is the difference between iron and steel. You get all the carbon out of it. Now, putting aviation fuel on a piece of fucking marine grade steel that doesn't rust, I can assure you, cannot get to that temperature. No even slightly. No even slightly. And the two of them, who were pure, I mean, these were 180, fucking 170, 180 IQ dudes. And the two of them went, And I went, no, come on. I went, come back at me with shit.
Right,
come
listen,
back on.
I'm going to come back, not to you, but I'm going to say, just again, I'm contradicting myself.
See if you found something on Google. I'm getting in my motor right now and I'm coming to get you.
My fingers are Google free, mate. I'm talking about my own dumbass perspective, right? So, number one, as I said, I'm going to contradict myself because Building 7 just like fucking absolutely just like
a pack of cards.
Just Building 7, man. It's just, I don't even, I'm lost for words. That's me lost for words how to do that. Right, so let's forget about Building 7, right? Just for 2 seconds. Let's say Building 7 didn't happen, right? So I can live in that dimension.
No, I'm going to go with Building 7 because Building 7's what's interesting.
No, but I like the fucking, this is the narrative that can fucking fool cunts. I can buy into it, right? So the narrative that I can buy into, right, with the 2 towers, and again, Building 7 just blows all this apart, so let's forget about Building 7, but the 2 towers, right, because the things that I've seen is like it didn't melt the steel. It fucking it weakened the steel, and because it was like a solid column with fucking basically floors hanging off that
In
solid
that
column.
case, it should have bent like a flaccid dick.
Well,
And
no,
not
but
come down like a fucking house of cards.
no. Well, here's like, and again, mate, it should have right, but who are we to be experts, right? So the idea was these columns were, what do they call them? T columns, but they're more like an I, if you get me. You know, that's where it gets its strength from. You know, that you get these girders. Iron brew made for. Iron brew won't be fucking wanting knee girders. Fucking won't be claiming knee girders. But the idea or the theory, right? The theory thrown out there, which if it wasn't for Building 7, I could gobble down like a jobby sandwich.
I'm being extremely patient with you, so get to the point,
let me finish. Right, so it's meant to fucking weaken just the fucking T column, and as soon as it weakens it, with a bit of heat, not that it melts it, that's when it loses its the fucking integrity or whatever, and just goes and that's when they all start falling on top of each other, and it's
I'm going to give you 10 out of 10 for integrity.
Right. And
there's
wee
there's better words you could have used, but integrity will do.
The spurts you see coming out the side of the building is air things coming out the air conditioning.
They won the explosions blown through the concrete.
It was the air conditioning. It was the fucking air conditioning, I'm telling you.
Aye, that's what I thought it was. Do you know, that's what I thought it was myself. Aye.
Oh, but it's been a long...
The fact that there was no air conditioning, air ducts at the sides, and it all came out the fucking tap. Is that what it was? They retrofitted holes in the side for the air to circulate? Aye.
Oh, well, we've resurrected the fucking zombie of all conspiracy theories tonight, man, with the old 9/11 stuff, man. The good old days. Remember when you could get a conspiracy theory without fucking wanting to vote Nigel Farage?
See, it's funny, because I said, I was in the opticians today, and I was talking to the optician, and he's a fucking good lad, right? And I says to him, look, I says, see, when I was young, I says, you could get 2 years for a conspiracy. I says, a conspiracy constituted 2 guys plotting an illegal action. Simple as. And if it could be proved that the 2 years conspired to do an unlawful deed, that was a conspiracy. Simple as.
People get charged with conspiracies in our law system every day.
Yes.
Every day.
Yes.
So the word is just like...
Very, very easily.
Oh man, politicians. They fucking high on up to fucking down to the bottom. Charged with criminals and conspiracies.
But it's only working class blood and snotters merchants that go to jail for it.
Right, hold on, I'm just want to say it in the chat room because everybody's had the conspiracy Tourette's reaction.
I keep forgetting there's other people listening to us, man.
Oh no, mate, it's beautiful talking about 9/11 because it's for a lot of people, me included, it's like the root of the pure government conspiracy.
Isabel's all coming out their caves.
No, it's brilliant, man. No, it's just good chatty to chat, but I can just see it. The point I'm trying to make is that it stirs the passions in people, man. It's good shit, man. What about the floors no on fire? Because like what happened in 9/11, I would say sort of happened at the same time with the explosion of the interwebs, which made it kind of fresh land, new cannon fodder, new fucking, it was new ground to be, it was new lands to be conquered by the people that were out there to headfuck you. So they could take 9/11 and then just headfuck people because it had the advent of the internet, so they could get into your head, usurping the newspapers and the
I always
TVs.
thought it was funny that George Bush Sr. and George Bush Jr. were playing golf with Osama bin Laden's 2 brothers and his sister, because his sister was a shit hot golfer. And they were still playing golf with these three people because they were serious, heavy-duty business associates of the Bushes. The Bushes. No, I tell you what people don't know. You know the start of fucking Chairman Mao and Communist? That was George Bush Sr.'s father, old Prescott Bush, that sent a train with $70 million worth of gold for Chairman Mao to start up communism. And then he done the same thing with Stalin, but he only had to send Stalin $32 million in gold to start up communism. And that's what I say about the SNP, which I forgot to fucking say earlier on, because you rudely interrupted my track.
I
right?
know, man. I
Right.
spoke some sense.
Right. what I remember, know the other guy I said to you, the other Craig Houston.
Oh,
No,
man, I know, man. It's weird.
Your dad's other boy, right?
Fucking I know, man. My
Your
dad's
dad's
a man.
other boy, right? The other Craig Houston, he put up a thing about how the SNP had fell out with the Greens, and the Greens were going to run supreme. Now I said it's either going to be the Greens or it's going to be Alex Salmond's new party, right? That's going to get this. And I said, and I made a comment, and I said, let's swap Nazis for fucking communists. But no, that should have got a lot of clicks. But because I'm shadow banned, every comment I make gets fucking arse raped. You know what I mean?
Where was the comment on YouTube?
Aye.
Mate, YouTube is scandalous.
No, YouTube really doesn't like me, by the way. YouTube hasn't liked me for a long time. YouTube's a girlfriend that just won't take my fucking calls, by the way.
Mate, see whatever YouTube are doing to censor their comments, right? Here's how extreme it is. I have had comments on me commenting on my own channel, live and otherwise, like absolutely fucking.
Are we on YouTube the now?
This is live, mate. This is still alive.
This is YouTube live.
This is live on the BoobTubes. But what I'm saying is the
Skype, you fucking hairy fanny faced fuck.
No, we're on Skype. We're on Skype. We're on Skype. It's no WhatsApp, but we're live on YouTube.
You know I fell out with the Waynes a long time ago. What you doing putting me on YouTube?
Mate, you knew it was live.
I know, but I didn't know you had it on YouTube. I thought you had it on something else.
No, man.
You're a fucking right, so you are.
We'll get kicked off if we're doing anything wrong. But I can't even forget. I even forget what I was talking about there now. But right.
I thought you were going to use another platform and get away from YouTube.
No, man, the YouTube's
No, my problem with YouTube. It's muscle memory. It's easy to use, right?
Exactly.
I find Rumble really doesn't like me either. So I have real problems with fucking Rumble. Rumble won't let me make comments, right? So I don't completely trust Rumble either. Rumble doesn't like me either. No.
All right, that's what we're talking about.
Rumble also is like a girlfriend that was a wee bit roughly in a car park one night.
Right, that's what we're talking about. I've had comments removed from my own videos, man, for YouTube, and the comments I've been making have been absolutely the most unoffensive things ever. And
you know it's bots that's doing that, don't you?
Right, but there's somebody in the chat, right, Gordon, saying, do you guys know about Tim Osman? Right, it rings a bell, but I can't say it springs to my mind.
Who's the guy that's asking the question?
Unchain our unicorn.
Do you know him?
Aye. Well, no, but I've never met
They,
him.
they,
I've
this
never
is
met.
simple yes or no.
I've never met him personally, but he's been in the
Right,
chat
so
a
we're
lot and
not
all that.
answering his question, right?
No, it's a productive question, man. He's actually asking. I think it's about 9/11. Tim
Okay,
Osman.
well, you answer his question
I
then,
don't
because
know.
I don't
Tim
know.
Osman must be something to do with Osman bin Laden or some shit. I'm guessing. Tell Gordon he's a boss and we are free. See, mate, he's like, don't
Tell
worry, man.
Gordon he's a what?
He said, tell Gordon he's a toss pot. No, I'm lying. He says, tell Gordon he's a boss. And we appreciate him. And I don't think he's been sarcastic. You just go and read it, man. Go into the chat.
You're a mixing specky little fanny, so you are.
No, I just said
So
that
you
because you were fucking slagging him off because you thought he was being a tit, trying to put us on the spot, and then he's asking, then 2 things later he's telling you you're a legend.
I didn't say a thing, you wee fanny. I asked you to fucking translate for the guy. That's what I asked you to do.
Right, I'm translating.
And you fucking wee cunt, so you're posting.
Right, hold on. 2 stone to notice. Who's 2 stone to notice the number 55? Right, hold on. That's the WWE.
How come you can see their fucking comments and I can't?
Just go to the YouTube. Just go to the YouTube stream, mate. It's not on the Skype. It's in the YouTube. So
Fuck, I can't be bothered.
Aye.
You know me, I was never a one for the chat. I don't give a fuck what people think.
Right, aye. Gordon, number 55, saying he loves you, man. And this is getting ace. This is getting ace.
I remember at first when I started talking to you 10 years ago. Remember you still had Google Plus at the time, right? And
mate,
I was on Google.
The days, man. They were the,
I was on Google Plus, and you know I was a complete virgin until that night I come on your show. I had never done anything. I was like, I'm going to press these buttons and see if I can talk to this wee guy, right? And I pressed it, and then
don't take that stuff out of context, folks. Don't take that stuff out of context.
I'm going to press these wee links and see if I can talk to this wee guy. And I remember I was fucking dressed in high-vis gear. Do you remember that? I was fucking 10, 12 o'clock at night or something. I had high-vis gear on. And I was walking. I went, I'm going to see if I can talk to this wee guy. And I pressed the buttons and that. And I come on. But I didn't know how to control anything. Remember, guys used to try and school me on, no, Gordon, you need to do that. You need to go into WhatsApp. And I was like, what the fuck's WhatsApp? No, and then they were like, no, I'll show you how to go into that and I'll show you. And then I ended up on Google Plus, right? So Anna, because I used to talk to you and I wasn't really interested in your other guests, right? I could see that you had a bit of meat on your bones, right? And I had a lot of shit in my head. Remember I used to come on with my newspaper? I used to go, no, I'll tell you what this fucking means, right? I used to go, here's how you read a newspaper. Here's how most guys read a newspaper. They start to the front page. Footballer's wife breaks fingernail, right? Then you go to page 3 and you miss page 2. You look at page 3 and you look at the trivia round about page 3. Then you throw right onto the back page the sports page. And do you know what the truth was? In page 2. But you went for the front page to page 3 and they were obligated. That's that thing where they're obligated to tell you the truth. And if you don't get the truth, that's down to you and their conscience is clear. Right? But I was on Google Plus, right? And it was, remember we all were kind of connected on Google Plus.
That was a real good, they used to do the circles. Used to do the circles in Google Plus, and then they scrapped it because it was kind of out of control and they all funneled it into the social media.
It shot them in the foot. Google Plus shot them in the foot, right? Right. They shot themselves in the foot with Google Plus, right?
They didn't cancel it because it wasn't popular.
Listen to my point. So when I used to talk to you, I never got involved with the chat. I wasn't interested in the chat at all. I was only interested in talking to you, and then you started bringing other guys in. I was like, right, okay. No. Only because I'd shit in my head and I wanted to air my own shite. But you'd shite and all, and I would fucking go, what? And then I'd shite, and you'd go, what? And we done my thing, but then I get sidetracked onto Google Plus, right? So, listen to my point. So we were all there was this wee circle, we were all kind of connected. Now, I didn't know how that was working, but I knew that we were all kind of connected because all the same people kept coming into Google Plus. And I was like, oh, this is all the people that make comments on Kip's wee channel, right? And I was trying to figure out how the fuck are all these people connected to all these wee comments and these wee posts on Google Plus.
Wasn't it? It was really too interconnected.
Right, let me finish. So then I used to see this woman, this female, sometimes try to make comments on your live shows.
Oh dear.
And what I'd see was Gordon. And I'd go, what's her fucking interest in me? Right? No, hear me out. Hear me out. Gonna shut the fuck up. Really gonna shut the fuck up. Really gonna shut the fuck up and let me finish.
I'm not saying a word.
I was going, what's her interest in me? Right? Because I was the most insignificant cunt in the world as far as I was concerned. Right? And I was going, so why does she keep making comments about me? So then it was on Google Plus, and I made somebody put up a post and I made a wee comment. Right? So then this certain female come back to me and made wee comments. And it was like she was trying to engage me in something. And I went, oof, like a greasy rat, fucked off. And then I made another comment a couple of nights later. And there she is again, trying to engage me. And I went, no happening. Fucked off. So this went on for about a week. 8 days, 9 days. She kept finding me making comments. And I was like, how the fuck does she know when I'm making a comment? Then she made a comment to me. Gordon, don't you get involved in the chat when you're on Kip's channel? And my answer to that was no. And she went, do you want a conversation? And I went, no. Right?
Hey, hold on, Gordon.
And then after that, she started attacking me. What?
Somebody in the chat is saying that I've been upstaged, man.
What do you mean upstaged?
Well, I'm reading the vibe. It's a joke, message. It's saying that I've been upstaged in the sense that you're stealing the limelight, you cunt. Spell out order, man.
Right, so what you want me to do? You want it to go private or you want me to fuck off?
No. What I want these days, don't take that. It's not somebody, everybody in the chat saying they're loving your jabber jabber, for lack of a better way of saying it. And they're saying, Pip,
right,
you've been
upstaged because you stay shut that tiny day.
It's no an insult, man.
I do my stuff. Fuck them. You've got my opinions about shit. You've got your opinions about shit. I'm no.
Right. I feel I'm going to do a Ross out of Friends here.
Do you know he was the only one I didn't like?
But Ross?
Aye, he really annoyed me, man. He really annoyed me. The only one I liked was Joey, to be honest.
Mate, I was going to say that. He's the stupid fucking...
Mark LeBlanc Mark LeBlanc, do you know Mark LeBlanc? See that character Mark LeBlanc played? It was probably close as fuck to Mark LeBlanc as a Mark LeBlanc gets.
Well, did you ever clock him on Top Gear when he done a wee
I
bit?
loved Mark LeBlanc on Top Gear.
He done a wee session on Top Gear, didn't he?
I love it. See if anybody's no watched Mark LeBlanc's Top Gear. Go on to get Mark LeBlanc's Top Gear and watch them, because the guy could actually drive. The guy could drive.
Oh, it was a character and a half as well, though. That's
It
what
was
I liked about him.
hardcore. See the way he used to fucking physically assault the other kind of presenters and that. I used to sit there and laugh. Mark LeBlanc to me was like cunts he grew up with. It was pure fucking blood and snotters, man.
He was good, man.
He was good.
He was good, Gordon. Yeah.
He was good.
Mate, there's people in the chat room who I don't think they've ever came across you on my channel before, mate. So what am I trying to say here? How would them staying? Remember, we're live, right? We're staying in there. How can you?
Well,
prove
they're obviously knowing you, because remember I used to come on and rip every cunt up for arse paper.
How can you prove to them that you're proper?
Do you remember I was a horrible bastard, Craig?
Wait, 30 seconds ago.
Do you remember? I used to be quite abrasive.
You still are, man.
Look at my wee coloured. I've got my wee coloured stuff on, man, and I'm fucking trying to mellow out.
You try to hypnotise people, man. Fucking.
I do fucking woosa. I'm trying to woosa.
Here, what was that Himalayan shit that you were fucking sharing with me the other night, man?
No. That's not for public shit.
Alright. I'm going to try that, though. That looks good.
No, you need to do that. That's rocket fuel.
I definitely want to give that a shot, man.
That's rocket fuel.
The fact that it comes with a wee stick and all that as well, man. I'm willing.
Listen, pal. Look. You need to look after yourself. You look after your own thing. You're responsible for your own health, mate. Don't wait till you're sick and then go to some fucking mutt with Google. No, because that's what you do. 15 years ago, I went to a doctor one time and I fucking said to him, "There's a fucking problem with my knee." And the motherfucker Googled it. And I done that. "What are you doing, dude?" And I looked through at his wee screen. I went, "What are you doing?" I went, "Well, if you don't know," I says, "you send me to a knee guy. You send me to a guy that knows about knees." I says, "You don't Google shit and then fucking quote it to me." I says, "I can read Google." I says, "Did somebody tell you I couldn't read?" And I was like, "This prick's gaslighting me." Do you see what I'm saying?
Hey, man. Well, I'm pretty sure you can read, mate.
Craig, I'm 63 in 2 weeks, man. What the fuck happened?
Is that why you're going gallivanting around the world, my man?
Yes.
Well, fair play, man. Why not?
I'm bucket listing. Listen, I've got brothers that live in...
Get your bucket list done, mate.
No, I'm not want to talk about that, right?
Right, I know what's on it, but I'm just saying fucking...
What was that word you said to me?
Get your bucket
self-employed.
list done.
What was that word you said to me?
When?
You said if you don't want to talk about shit. Right, well, I don't want to talk about shit.
Oh, no, if you don't want to talk about... No, hold on, what was it we were talking about?
Right, well, I don't want to talk about it.
If you don't want to talk about what's on the list, that's what I said. If you don't want to talk about what's on the list, but it's not worthy to fucking make that bucket list and fucking... Well, for everybody, I would say... me included, and fucking you, man, and living the dream, man, going fucking tick those boxes, buddy. Go and tick those boxes, man. And travel the world, man. Fucking living the dream and all that shit. Right. So, aye, man, everybody needs to have a bucket list in their life, definitely.
You look one of my naughty wains. When I used to go out to the older ones, see if he fucking does that. Fucking slap him.
Zip.
Slap him. The wee one, he was always blotting things out, man. Fuck's sake, man.
We have a TV license.
Slap him now. He's 6'6" and 20 stone of muscle. Honestly, as if he didn't look like me, I'd have kicked his maw right in a fanny.
Don't say that, man.
Oh, he's fucking huge, man. He's like a marauding bear. He's fucking big, handsome bastard. I'm like, what the fuck's that, man?
Mate, if the young dongs are, man, they all look after themselves. Like you notice a difference when you're speaking to like what could be classified as the older generation to the young ones. And older
Do you want to know what's hilarious? All my wains have different mothers. All my children have different mothers, right? And yet they all look like me. Explain that shit.
Because you've got strong spunk, mate.
They all look like me.
You've got strong spunk.
None of them have got their mother's kind of genetics. They all fucking look like me. Hold on. Is that, man?
Hold on, I heard this. I'm pretty sure it was a white supremacist that was fucking spouting this shit, right? So take it with a pinch of salt, right? But they were talking about...
I'm not a white supremacist.
I know you know. That's not what I'm suggesting. I'm saying it was a white supremacist that I heard the shit that I'm going to say this from. Because it was like some sort of a... What was it? Oh, I think he was saying the white... Oh, that's what he was saying. He was like, maybe this can be the same in the male-female genes, right? But what his argument was, no, granted, right, I would argue he was a white supremacist madman. Right? What he said was the white gene's more bigger or better than the black gene. So if a black dude and if a white dude or a black dude has sex with a white or black woman, interracial sex, the white gene is stronger. I think that's... You want to
run that by me again? You fucking lost me, you specky fuck.
Right, I think what he was saying is the white genes are stronger than the black one. I don't believe it.
See if I put sunglasses on, will I understand this?
Maybe. No, we'll just let...
we're not going to get sunglasses. Hold on. I'll go and get sunglasses. Hold on. Bear with me.
He's actually going to go and get fucking glasses. Get your reading glasses, you cunt. Read the chat. So I don't have to, because I can't read.
Right, okay. Right. You do that again.
Oh, hold on, man. They're well cool as fuck, man. Right.
You do that. You do that again. Right. We're in the same fucking frequency now, right?
What was I saying?
Wait a minute. Is that a silver chain you've got on?
This guy said that the white genes are stronger than black genes. So if you have a black person and a white person having sex and having a baby, most of the time the white genes will prevail, i.e. you'll have a white baby. Right, so maybe the same as with male with your spunk. Thus all your kids bounce out like little mini-me's. Because, mate, was it no...
Even my daughter's 6'2".
No, but there's something about people's... There's something about people's spunk that makes it... Right, you remember, who was it? King Henry, wasn't it? King Henry, he had to get away from the Vatican because he wanted to fucking... He had to get hundreds of wives until he had a fucking son. Because his spunk was like dominant and just kept spewing out fucking woman.
Oh, right.
Right, and that's why he had to keep... Well, that's why he kept getting all his wife's heads chopped off.
I have sons and one daughter.
You're a wee bit everything, but your boys are bouncing out looking like
bastards.
You, man. They're just exactly. They're genetic. You've got the your genetics are strong. Your genetics are stronger than your victims.
I remember the oldest one. The oldest one. It's like every 4 or 5 weeks, it was like, Dad, my trainers are hurting me. He was about fucking thing. He was about 14. He's like, Dad, my trainers are hurting me. And I was going, what do you mean they're fucking hurting you? He's like, Dad, look, they're all bursting at the fucking stitching. And now we call them big banana feet. The fucking size of him, man. I was like, what the fuck do you mean?
Mate, Alan's in the Vicar's in the chat, right? And he's calling you the impregnator.
He can talk. He can talk. He's got more wains than fucking, what do you call that fucking, what is it, child benefit? He's a child benefit monster. He's got fucking more wains than, he's a super shagger. No, he's a super shagger.
Yeah.
Big McVicar only looks at women and they start swelling up.
Hold on, this is the inner Nazi in me, right? I'm thinking, take a wee bit of your spunk, Gordon, right? We'll mix it a wee bit with McVickers, then we'll impregnate some biatches, right? That's a business.
Here, maybe that's where the Antichrist is coming from. a genetic splicing between me and McVicker.
Whoa,
know what I mean?
Good bit of proddy, bad bit of Fenian.
Who said I was a Fenian?
A bit of you, Kelly.
What? Kelly? I'm a Protestant called Kelly. Go and figure, you wee prick. Did you think I was a Tim?
No, you've never came across
I'm
as that stupid.
I'm a Protestant. I'm a Protestant called Kelly. Go and figure.
Mate, I'm only saying because, like, I should have said our fucking names are fucking showing up. Which I should have took.
Oh, you thought I was a Tim?
No.
And just cause it's green in the background.
Aye, right now and then you turn orange in 2 seconds.
Orange as fuck.
Oh, mate. Alright, what time's it? I'm going to put, like, scene 10 or, like, you fancied, are you away next Wednesday? Are you away next week, my man?
I'm away on Sunday. No, that's Sunday. Next Sunday.
Right. Well, you fancy doing this again next Wednesday?
Aye. I'm away next Sunday, and I'm away for a month, and it's going to be an excellent fucking month. I'm doing a thing in Mauritius. It's called World's End. You know how, obviously, an island's an island, right? But Mauritius really is the pointy, a jagged island, right? And
Gordon, you need to get the chat up, mate. The chat's half the banter, man. See, next time we're up, man, get something with the chat up, even if it's your phone. The reason I'm saying that, mate, is like, see, because the name of the stream's like Glasga talking all that, right? So there's people in the chat saying, I have a proddy and take pals with the second name Kelly. You know, it's only people in this fucking geographic location that gets in fucking aye.
They get it.
Aye, it's a wee bit of fucking puts a smile on your face banter. Bobby and Alan saying, try being a proddy with the name Sans.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Oh no, I just think it's good for. I just love having geographically Pacific.
I was being a bit rough on you, right? But my whole life, people just assumed that I was a Tim. You know what I mean? But the truth is,
I would imagine your name comes back for Ireland.
I'll tell you something really funny. Me and another few guys bought a church a while back to turn it into flats. It's the first time I've been in a church since I was about 4.
But am I not right in saying the name Kelly is traditional Irish Catholic? Or am I wrong?
Actually, I went into the place. The boys were like, Gordon, you need to see this place inside. It's exactly the way they left it. And I went in and I had a look. I went in myself. And I stood there, man, and I went, I have no business in here. There is absolutely nothing fucking godly about me. No. I just felt a presence in the place. No, felt crushed by the place. It's quite a big church, right? And I went, it's a big church. And I went, I have no fucking business in here. But that's the thing. I think if you have a God and you pray if you have a God and you talk to your God, you should do it for the privacy of your own home. See the people that like to be seen being godly in public.
Virtue signalling, fucking old school, isn't it?
The people that like to be seen praying, being godly in public, and would we know they're not godly?
Fuck. Oh, sorry, mate. Somebody in the chat room just told me the fucking potty picking bastards won the league. Yeah, obviously beat Kelly. They were playing Kelly.
That's what I used to say. See when I lived in Denny, I used to go like that. They're all hole pickers and hole diggers and totty pickers. Know what I mean? All hole diggers and totty pickers.
I love fucking poking. I love poking.
It was all Catholic churches, man, and one wee Protestant church. Know what I mean?
Gordon, right? Stay with me, man. I'm going to finish the live stream. And then I'm going to, everybody, if anybody wants to join
get it, you fuck.
No, I'll stop the live stream, but it's stay where you are. I'm going to see if I can
add Alan and other folks. If you don't hate me, I love yous. If yous do hate me, make an appointment.
No, don't do any of that shit, man. Just fucking... Anyway, right, Gordon, be quiet for 2 seconds and then I'll open up. Everybody, the Skype details are below if anybody wants to join. Thanks for joining. Apparently, we're going to be doing it next week until Gordon's on tour again, so thanks for tuning in. The Vicar, man, I'll give you a wee shout, mate, see if I can add you to the shit. I'll do it on the Skype initially, mate, and then I'll move over onto the WhatsApp if nobody else is want to join.
McVicker, you're a fucking ball-bag.
See, man, you need to get in here, Alan, and counter that, mate.
Ball-bag bastard.
And remember, citizens, always subscribe.
Come and get me,
hit
you
the notification bell as well. And 99.5 plus shipping and handling will keep you out of hell.